And welcome back, everyone, to my channel with myself, David Millionaire Incorporated, where, as we know, on weekends, I like to go through and review the trading pair on Forex pound yen, just to see what it kind of did during the week, and kind of help develop trading strategies for people who are newcomers or experienced traders alike, and kind of develop a plan for what could be potentially happening moving forward. So, if you're new, don't forget, guys, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, let me know that you actually enjoy the content I'm putting out there, and leave me a comment as well, letting me know what your views are on the pair itself. As I mentioned in my video last week, if anyone's actually having trouble with trading or charting and things like that, or newcomer to the trading world and they want to learn a bit more, let me know in the comments below, and I can actually do a video on charting for you about what to look for, or what I look for personally, and things you can do to kind of improve. So let's dive into it. So let's find out where we started the week. So as you can see, I'm looking at this on the 4 hour time frame, and I've already actually marked here as well. One of the trades actually took at the start of the week. So the week started just here on this candle here. You kind of see it kind of came down, came up, tested that area one more time, then dropped, and then kind of found support before moving higher. Now, as you see, I actually took a trade there, and the area of support which I was actually looking at for that to take a trade from was just this area here. So you can see where it's kind of found a bit of support in the past, where it struggled to kind of move higher and lower. So I'll drop down to 1 hour so it might be a bit easier to see for you. So you can see there, it found a bit of support, tried faking out once before, twice. And so I was kind of watching this area here to see potentially somewhere to actually take a trade from moving higher. And as you can see, after it came up, tested this area, came down, um, I took it for a buy because we are currently still in an uptrend overall. So I'll jump up to the daily time frame so you can actually see that. So you can see overall daily uptrend starting to slow down a little bit here, so we might get to see a bit more of a correction move soon. Um, but we'll jump back down to the 1 hour. So I took this trade here for a 2-to-1 risk reward, slightly. So as you know, I always like to go 40 pip stop loss on my trades and 80 pip take profit. That's a 2-to-1 risk reward trade there, risking, as I say, 2% of your portfolio of your capital to make 4%. Now, with this trade, you could have actually taken it to either just here to that 151 area as it kind of almost hit, or you could have taken it to about here. Now, when looking for take profit areas, you want to look at areas where it's actually struggled to kind of either the highs of the most recent highs, which would have been just here, or areas of support and resistance. So kind of this 150, 159 area would have been 150.9 area would have been the ideal area. So not quite that 2-to-1, but as if you also want to do it, you could actually put the stop loss just below this area here, and you can see that that changes the risk reward from 1.8 to almost 2.7. So that's something you can actually look at and fiddle around with yourself. Like I said, I just do that 40 pip stop loss, 80 pip take profit, just because I don't get to sit in front of the charts the entire day. I do a full-time job, which does take an enormous amount of my time and concentration and focus. Um, so yeah, so that's why I kind of just blanket cover everything, 40 pip stop loss, and kind of work it from there. Now, as you can see, it did continue moving higher after it broke above this area here of this 150.9. Now, with that, you could have actually, once it's broken through, taken a buy off the retest. So that's another kind of buy area you could have done just here. So I'll put that there. So you would have done it at the close of that 1 hour candle. You could have even dropped down to the 30-minute time frame and looked at that. So almost giving you the exact same kind of entry there. So 40 pip stop loss, as I always said. 80 pip take profit. And it would have just kind of taken you right to the top of those highs there. Now, the area we were kind of looking at for potential further some resistance was that 152, 152.10 area. Drop back down to the 1 hour. where it's actually struggled to kind of move past before. So it's kind of like in this area just here. So I'll actually kind of draw that as a zone, as a draw that there. So just there. So you can see it just kind of just touched that area. So once it hit that, you would have actually either watched to see if it would have kind of came back up higher and kept moving to that area, or exhausted and moved lower, which you can see on the 1 hour it actually did exhaust. It kind of came down, tried moving up, lost its momentum, then just tanked. So you could have just taken a sell from just here. Now I was waiting for an actual second retest of that 150.50 area. I'll just edit all this so you can see that. Sorry guys, my laptop's just I hit the unlock button by accident. Noob move, as you know. So that would have actually taken it straight back down to this area here. And I actually took it a lot. I actually placed a pending market order to actually execute and take a buy from. I said this 151 area, sorry. Um, just take it back up higher because I thought overall uptrend, so we'll continue moving higher. But as you can see, didn't quite do that. Just kind of kept moving low. So I actually got stopped out. That was actually a massive loss for me. Well, not massive, only about just 2%, as I said, 2% risk reward for your portfolio. So after it broke down here, it kind of went sideways for a little while and kind of created some messy chart patterns. And I actually did have a couple of losses here because I thought, all right, beautiful, finally going lower. Sold, kind of came up higher, then thought, all right, it's going to continue higher. Came back down, no, and just kind of exhausted and went all over the place for a little while. So I tried staying out of it for a little bit here. As you can see, very messy area through this entire area here. So I did take a short position on last night actually, just from this area here after it exhausted and kind of came back down. So that was only a very short kind of short-term trade. So didn't quite hit that 80 pip stop loss. I'll take profit. But you also got to kind of remember you want to watch the pairs and see what actually does on the lower time frames, because sometimes it can exhaust completely and move higher. So that's what it kind of did down there. Kind of tried, it lost that momentum right there and kind of came back up. So I was kind of watching this area over here for potential exhaustion. So kind of said the same thing. It's very messy through this area just there. So there were the trades you could have potentially taken during the week. So mainly the start of the week is where you have seen most of the clean price action and trades you could have taken. I'll just delete these. And you could have quite easily have made what's that, 12% of your portfolio. So what, 6R. So as I'll jump up to the high time frames now. So you probably notice this trend line here, which I've drawn in. So it's kind of created a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, followed this kind of trend line here, but now it's actually just broken below and kind of tested and exhausted. So you could potentially start seeing for the week ahead further moves to the downside. So just grab my arrow here. So you could potentially see coming down all the way to either this area just here, which is just here, where it's actually struggled to move below before, or further to the downside here. So areas where I'm looking at for take profit if it was to continue lower would be that 148.80 or that 148.20 area. So like I said, overall it isn't still an uptrend, but we could start be seeing some correction moves to the downside. Actually jump to the daily so you can actually see it a bit more clearly there. So yeah, so it looks like it has finally started exhausting. Like So it might actually finally move to that low. So if we actually break this low, that would be confirmation of the new kind of market structure. So if it breaks to the low, that will be the confirmation of the change in market structure for potential retrace to some area down here. So it's kind of just watching where it will actually come down to. So that's what I'm kind of looking out for the week ahead. So, like I said, it is still in an uptrend, but we might finally start seeing that exhaustion and moves to the downside. So, could potentially finally move a bit lower, maybe all the way down to here. But we'll just kind of wait and see, play by ear, and take it as it comes, kind of thing. So, let me know what you think, guys. Like I said, still overall uptrend, but we might actually start seeing that downside correction move. Let me know what your outlook for GJ is. And don't forget, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. Would love to have some feedback as well. Let me know what you think as well. And I'll catch you guys next week.